Hi and welcome to my channel. I'm here to talk to you guys about my experience in using Ancestry DNA. Each site has its own set of pros and cons, but overall my favorite to use is Ancestry DNA. I have completed a 10-year or more search of finding my dad using Ancestry DNA, and I started out with 23andMe and I was reaching a million dead ends, but my search is complete. I am happy to say that I do know who my paternal family is now. I was out here putting my information out, searching, talking to people, moved across the country to the southeast section of the United States. I've done so many things to complete this journey in this section in my life. And why? Because I just see the value in knowing who you are and from which or where you came from. It is so invaluable to me. It has built my confidence level, guys. It is the bomb. I mean, people always discredit, like, you know, if you don't know your parents, you just move on in life and you don't have to know them because you create your own journey. I'm here to say you can do that, but it's easier said than done. I suggest highly that if you do not know who your parents are, get out here and find that information, because there are resources available to you. It is not a dead end anymore, and I have started on this quest of finding this information back in 2001. Found out my birth father was not my father, and I just had it in my mind to be a detective about this whole thing. And I had so many naysayers along the way. People who said, well, if you find out, what if he's gone? What if he's not willing to stand up and say he's your father? What if you get a lot of people with negativity? And I just said, what if I don't try? What if I give up? What if I give up on me? What if I listen to you guys and be out here feeling like I have been feeling my entire time of not knowing who he was, or questioning why I was in a certain family and I acted different from other people and I had a different perspective from those around me, and I just felt like I was a bystander in this whole scenario. No longer am that. I am that. No longer am I this person who doesn't know what and why I think the way I do. I have so many questions answered. I have so many people who have been positive towards me, and not to say all people who have this search are greeted with a positive response, because I have met people who are adoptees who had negative, results from finding out who their parents are, or finding out who their father is, or whatever the case may be. But if you never try, I mean, there's no way you know which outcome you would have. So I highly suggest that you try. It's not a negative experience anymore. It's not an experience of constantly not finding information. And sometimes you meet people along the way who are invaluable to you in life. I've met search angels through Facebook. I've met people from the Genetic Detective site on Facebook who have just went out of their way to give me assistance, to give me feedback on what I was doing wrong. I've met people who gave me thousands, I say thousands, but probably like weeks of their time, volunteered, wouldn't take any money from me, and was willing to help. I mean, if there's somebody out there who has general questions that I may have to answer to, I will give you whatever resources that I have down in the comment section below. Ask the questions that you need answered, and maybe I may have a solution. If not, I can point you in the right direction. Now, when you get the Ancestry DNA kit, it's gonna come just like this. This is an extra kit that I had. This is what you put your saliva in. You will break this package open. You follow the instructions, which they have videos on that, but if you need any clarification, you just put this saliva in there up to the black line, and you put the top on it, and you screw it in, and you shake it up, and the solution that's in there mixes with the saliva, and then you go on their site, register your kit with the number that's provided inside the box on this form, as well as use this little package that they have in there. Seal the kit up and make sure it's sealed tight, and put that inside of the other box that they provide with postage. And you don't have to put any postage on there yourself once you purchase it. I think the kit itself was about $79. So $79 to find out answers that you may have been searching for all your life is worth it, I think. And the other tests that I purchased, they were good tests. I used portions of them to do a little DNA digging, to do a little DNA mapping when I had cousins that I couldn't figure out whether they were on my maternal or paternal side, because I did this search without my mom being alive. My questions came after her death, but I was still able to get answers because I used the tools that were provided through the services inside of the site to get the answers that I needed. And it's possible, guys, it's possible. I am elated. I am so happy because it has been a decade-long time since I actually knew what my dad's last name is, and there are people who may be upset about this, about what you find, about what I found, but I don't care. I really don't care, because I know that what I need to keep me mentally stable is not what they need to keep them mentally stable. I need to know who I am. I need to know what is what, and I need to know how to move forward, and I need to know what strengths that are in me that are inherent, and some that are just things that I have willed myself towards. And I just feel like my kids may need to know, and there's health things as well. So do not discredit what information provided through technology can provide to you. Do not discredit what you can find out, and what, even if, like, a lot of in the black community, there's a lot of people who say, I don't want my information shared. I don't want my information stored. You can check a box and not share. You can use resources to not share, but the way DNA is so readily available to anybody in law enforcement today, where you can just drop a cup out of your window and they can take your DNA, or you can just drink at a restaurant and you can get your DNA taken. I would not just risk not knowing based on that, because there are so many more things that are pros to finding this information out. There are so many benefits to knowing, and the family that I've met, I want to thank them for being so nice, so inviting, so generous with information. Even though my dad's deceased, I've met his family, some family members that were close relatives to him that he didn't even know. And like, some people feel like, oh, I don't like my family, I don't want to know any more of them, I don't feel like it's beneficial, I don't feel like knowing them would help me in life. Well, you just don't know. That's just with anything in life. You just don't know what's beneficial. You just don't know what's not. I wouldn't discredit it. I wouldn't say not to know. I wouldn't say just take the chance of never knowing. I am a personal example of what the positive effects can be. This is not the first time I found out. I found out in September, but right now I'm recording the video because I want to help other people, because I see so many other people out there searching, and I just offer you guys that kind of advice of saying, get out there and see what the possibilities are. I wouldn't die not knowing the information I needed. Not to say that my life hasn't been great thus far, but it's just that much greater in knowing that. It's just that much more confidence building in knowing that. And regardless of the circumstances or what you may find, the adversity that you overcome is worth it. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.